Learn and play guitar with Pauric Mather. You can do this.
This is going to be a very unusual guitar lesson video, especially for guitar learners who are a few weeks or months into your journey. We're going to look at two issues that bother beginners greatly here. One is they're learning a song and they see a chord possibly like C, add 9, changing to Dsus4 or A7sus4, and assuming that they're very difficult chords because of the big long names they see on the page in front of them. For all my beginner videos, I asked you to put your capo on the first fret, but for this one, can you put your capo on the second fret? Let's get our hand positioned into the place, and we're going to hold it for the whole video. Let's get our thumb on top, just lightly touching the guitar, our triangular space at the bottom, because good hand positioning will make it much easier to change. From here, can you now put your little fingertip onto the first string, 3rd fret, right in the corner? Do you see how precise that is? And I want you to add your 3rd finger tip onto the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Both of these fingers are linked together to feel like one big finger. Once you've done this, can you strum the bottom 4 strings to make sure you're not getting that jingly sound? For the rest of this video, these 2 fingers are going to stay in this position without moving. The first chord we will look at today is an EM7. We were going to just add the first fingertip to what we already have onto the 5th string, 2nd fret. The 4th string can be muted or it can ring open. It can be either for this. And you have the option, if you're a few months into playing or find it easier, you can do an EM chord. Once you do not move your thumb on top, your triangular space, and these 2 fingers. Because this is an E-type chord, as with all songs in guitar, the thumb does not mute the 6th string. It releases just enough to sound, because as you can hear, this complements greatly. Second chord we'll do today. Bring the 2nd fingertip to the middle of the 6th string, 3rd fret. Look how easy it was to change to G chord. So the first 2 chords again, EM to G. The thumb can be on or off the guitar depending on the size, because it has no impact on the sound here. I usually leave it touching the 6th string. I'll just angle my guitar a little here. Watch the way this finger is not up in the air. It's in close to the guitar. When I'm going to the next chord, I'll just take off the 2nd finger and put the 1st finger tip onto the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Did you see the short little journey I have to do with my fingers? I'm not like this. The fingers I'm not using are always close to the guitar. That's a Dsus4. And can you bring your 1st fingertip up to the 4th string, 2nd fret? That is an A7sus4. We have done 4 chords here without moving our thumb except on the E minor, without moving our triangular space underneath, and without moving these 2 fingers. The 4 chords again, EM7, across to G, down here to here. Please pause the video now and practice these chords off by heart, and we will put a rhythm pattern over it to really make this sound good. For the next minute, we're just going to look at a rhythm pattern, which you will see coming up on your screen. When I do that, I mute the strings. I don't want any sound. If you want to use a chord, fine, but I actually prefer to have no sound at all. The pattern I'm going to use, I will strum very slowly here, and you can strum along with me if you want to. That will be the pattern. I'm going to keep repeating it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can speed it up, it will sound like this. Once you've got that, we will go back to the first chord we had, which was, say, EM7. I'm going to use one finger for the purpose of this. And we will do one measure of this drum pattern very slowly for this chord. And we will change to the second chord. And we will do the same strum pattern. And we will change to the third chord. We will do the same rhythm pattern. And we will change to the fourth chord. And we will do the same rhythm pattern. Once you've got that grooved, you can speed it up and it will sound something like this. Faster. These chords and rhythm pattern are used in millions of songs. One of the most obvious examples is Wonderwall. And this is a great song for guitar beginners to learn. There's a little trick in the strum pattern for Wonderwall to make it sound exactly like this song. In most songs, you'd get a chord, do the rhythm pattern, get a chord, do the rhythm pattern. But what they've done is delayed the chord change by half a beat, and then it comes in. So normally you would have this, and then this. But watch slowly where there's a little delay on this. So instead of going onto the G, the first downstroke is still on E minor of the next bar, and then across to G. And that gives it the delayed beat, which happens when you're going from E minor to G to D to there, but not the first chord. That's precisely in time. And they changed this one and back right on time. Speed it up, sounds like this. So you can hear that this is a great song for any beginner to practice.